Renee here. It's that time again for my holiday box of wishes, my favorite holiday tradition. So as usual, you're getting 5 full-size skincare formulas plus a free gift, which this year is going to be another full-size product. So altogether, you're getting 6 formulas. All of them are vegan and cruelty-free for about half off, 49% to be exact. So this box is valued at $159, but you can get it for $69.90, and that also includes free DHL shipping. Unfortunately, due to COVID, there may be some countries that are exempt, although it shouldn't be a problem for most. So there's also one more gift for those of you who are fast enough. This Renée dimple mask. Unfortunately, there's limited stock on this, so it will be available on a first-come, first-served basis. Starting off with the cleanser always feels right. So I'm going to first talk about KLAIRS new cleansing oil, their Gentle Black Fresh cleansing oil. I've been using this a lot the last few months. I kind of really appreciate the wholesomeness of it. This only has 6 ingredients in it. A lot of the emulsifying oil cleansers, which is what I personally prefer, don't always feel like a pure oil blend. But this, on the other hand, it almost feels like you're using those oil cleansers that don't emulsify and you need a washcloth, except for this one does. It emulsifies beautifully and it rinses off completely clean. And of course, this gets rid of all the eye makeup, the really stubborn stuff. Otherwise, we wouldn't even be talking. This has a light and dry blend of more balancing oils, not the ones that are heavy or cloggy. So it has like sunflower seed oil, grapeseed, jojoba, and blackcurrant. I prefer this to the other black oil that they have, which is more traditional to me. This is just more special, more natural, really simple. This has no scent, no fragrance elements to it. It's just a good cleanser. I'm really happy that Wishtrend started carrying ROVECTIN, I think only just this year, but this treatment, the Skin Essentials Activating Treatment Lotion, was in my 2018 favorites. And at the time, it was a more obscure brand. It wasn't really available many places. So what initially drew me to this brand is its very unique origins. ROVECTIN didn't start out being available to the general public. In fact, the first formula they developed was only to be used in hospitals to treat cancer patients who were undergoing chemotherapy. Patients undergoing treatment needed something for their severely dry, dehydrated, and sensitized skin. So the cream was developed just to really help relieve that intense dryness and sensitivity. From that, they developed formulas that were more commercially available, but also to target really sensitive skin. So this is an essence toner. It's just really hydrating and also very plumping. The texture of this going on is viscous, very much like my favorite Hada Labo premium lotion. When I apply this, I feel like I'm coating my skin in hydration or putting a nice glaze on it. It feels like a lot at first, which I actually really love that, but it does absorb, it does dry down. And once it does, you don't have the tackiness. You just have to wait for it to dry down and it feels really smooth on the skin. This has the serious hydrators. It's got the B5, the glycerin, and 7 different types of hyaluronic acid. This is not playing around. But additionally, it's got all our comforting reparative favorites like vitamin B5, allantoin, Centella asiatica. This has been really exciting. I've been wanting to talk about it for a while, but I couldn't, and now I can. I'm From's Rice Serum. So this is from the I'm From Rice line, and you guys know how much I deeply love that toner. So I always approach new formulas from I'm From with a bit of a side eye, because while they have some of my favorites and best formulas that I've ever put on my skin, they also have some that I'm just like, I just don't understand, and it doesn't even seem like it could possibly be from the same brand. But these 2 new formulas have been home runs for my skin. In fact, these are my favorite new releases from them since the rice toner. The texture of this starts off gel-like, but as you apply it, it just bursts hydration onto your skin. It's like a refreshing explosion of hydration. The application of this is so nice. It's so light and the finish is beautiful. That's one of my favorite qualities of using rice formulas. It really brightens up dull skin, but also I feel like it makes my skin look very even and rice cake-like. And no, I'm not talking about those dried, dehydrated rice cakes. I'm talking about like mochi. The rice that they use comes from the area that is known for having the best rice. And they take the most nutritious part of it, fermented, and there's 73% of that extract. This also contains niacinamide and tranexamic acid, as well as the soothing ingredients and the hydrating ones. No added fragrance in here. In fact, I find it really soothing when my skin feels a little bit irritated and I use this. It does kind of calm things down. On days where my skin doesn't feel particularly dry or dehydrated, this is the only hydrating step I need. In fact, it's easy to go through this pretty fast. The rice cream is one of the most flattering moisturizers I've ever used. It's really right up there with my favorite Tatcha and Suasu, but you know, it's obviously just a fraction of the price. This sits in a base of rice bran water. In fact, that's 41% of this formula, which is, you know, a more elegant version of what women used to do in the old days, which is just wash their face with, you know, what the water that they wash their rice with. This also has the ceramides, the fatty acids, and the phytosphingazine. I really enjoy the texture of this and the way it applies on my skin. In the pot, it appears as a dense, firm cream, but the minute you apply it, it just turns into something very hydrating and silky and smooth and comforting, really. It actually feels quite refreshing and has a really nice balance between how hydrating it feels and also how moisturizing it is. It does moisturize well, but also I feel like there's something to the rice bran being in here that kind of holds things in without being, you know, overtly greasy or occlusive. This also gives such a flattering radiance to the skin, a natural radiance. I've been using this as a daytime moisturizer because of this effect. I feel like it even helps with redness not be so, like, alarming. Going into the winter and drier months, I really feel this cream will suit all skin types from oily to dry. So I only discovered this year that one of my favorite lines from KLAIRS, their supple preparation line, actually has a body cream, and it is really underrated. I didn't realize this existed until I was just randomly kind of like going through the site. Their supple preparation all over lotion. This is such a good body lotion. I'm picky about body moisturizers in the same way I am about sunscreens, which is above and beyond everything that they're supposed to do well. Texture and application can be a deal breaker. The texture here is about as good as it gets. It applies lightweight, very hydrating, almost like a creamy gel, and it absorbs very fast. But it won't disappear into nothingness. There are a lot of moisturizers that absorb so quickly that you almost feel like you didn't apply anything. This actually has long-lasting moisturizing effects. It leaves the skin with that moisturized softness, so there seems to be a protective layer, but it's not invasive, it's not greasy or anything, and it lasts a long time. This contains soothing, hydrating beta-glucan, which you guys know has become one of my favorite ingredients. It's definitely a draw for me when I see it in formulas. This also has the ceramides, other soothing ingredients, and nourishing plant extracts, just like the other formulas in the supple preparation line. Yeah, 0 cent to it. As an additional gift for those of you who might be curious and want to try this out, I've added KLAIRS Midday Blue UV Shield. This is their all-mineral, soothing, calming sunscreen that is part of their Midday Blue line, and I love the guaiacoline. This is a lightweight formula, and it does have a bit of a popcorn scent to it. So that's it for this year's holiday box of wishes. Whether you are seeing some new things you want to try out or restock on some current favorites or even buy a gift for someone else, this is a great opportunity to get it all at half price. Fingers crossed everything runs smoothly this year and there are no crashes, but in the event of any issues you might have, then I'm going to include the email of someone who you can contact directly in the description box. Thank you so much for watching, everyone, and until next time, I'm wishing you great skin health. Bye!